I want to watch the news.
Are you making headway at least?
This is the news.
Schmack-a-ma-gob, it's time for the only news that matters. And Keith Richards from the Rolling Stones has not only been around for most of what could be called modern rock and roll, but is a crucial member of the Rolling Stones. He helped in its shaping. As such, the legendary British guitarist has a lot of experience with the ebbs and flow of the music industry at large. But what he told the Telegraph about pop music is particularly spicy. Namely, the 79-year-old rocker didn't take the same approach as some of his colleagues and complains about the superficial nature of pop music. He dismissed the entire musical tradition by saying that its point is to be rubbish. Says, I don't want to start complaining about pop music. It's always been rubbish. I mean, that's the point of it. They make it cheap and easy as possible, and therefore it always sounds the same. There's very little feel in it. As for what he likes to hear in music, he says, I like to hear music by people playing instruments. That's it. I don't like to hear plastic, synthesized music as it used to be known. What you hear in elevators, which is now the par for the course. The guitarist also had a spicy take on rap, adding, I don't really like to hear music playing with people yelling at me and telling me it's music, aka rap. I can get enough of that without leaving my house. However, it's not all doom and gloom for the celebrated musician, as he shared a cautious, optimistic take on his profession toward the end of the interview. He says, musicians are a weird bunch, but if you're playing with the right people, a life of musicians can be pretty good. A life of a musician can be pretty good. It is fascinating. It's a fascinating trip, and it ain't over yet. The Rolling Stones' new studio album, Hackney Diamonds, will be released this October 20th. And I haven't talked about that song on my channel. What was it called? Angry? I forgot. I think it's called Angry or Anger. I forgot. All I know is I loved it. I saw a lot of grumbling online of people not liking it. And I'm like, man, to me it's a really cool Rolling Stones tune. I really have no problem with it. But, you know, leave your comments below if you do or if you don't. I like reading stuff like that and I like the video. And also, Keith comes off, of course, in this interview like a get off my lawn type of guy, you know? And I gotta say, I'm in that club as well. I don't like telling people what they can and cannot like, and I never would do that. I'm just talking about my own personal opinion, and it only belongs to me. I'm not speaking for anybody else. It's just how I feel, and you know, there's a lot of pickle whisters online that get upset with me for how I feel about music. I'm not lying. This is actually true. People online get upset if you have a different musical opinion than them. Wacky, I know. But, man, I was talking on my podcast how everything kind of like sucks after 1984. Or if there is anything good after 84, it's not as good as everything before 84. My personal opinion. Like, I think back and I'm like, as far as pop music goes, I think the last pop music song I liked was Walking in My Sleep by the Romantics. Now, Michael Jackson is an exception. He did have some good stuff after 84, to me. But he was the king of pop, so it's to be expected. But other than Michael Jackson, I didn't like anything pop music after 84. And I know the Romantic song was in 83. So yeah, 1983, other than Michael Jackson, that's the last song I heard that I liked that was pop music. And yeah, rap too. Rap is, you know, I like NWA, and I like the Beastie Boys. You know, I like some of that stuff, but I'm not a big rap fan. But rap has taken over. Rap has taken over rock and roll, whether you like it or not. It's more popular than the music I like. But, you know, I hold no grudge, whatever. All you that love your rap, keep loving it and support it. You know, support music, period. And I'll support my music. Like all of us, Keith has his opinion. And some people will take this as an insult because they like rap music and pop music, and Keith is insulting them because he doesn't like the music these people like. It's insane. I will never understand the concept of being angry with somebody because they don't agree with you musically. It's real. No, I'm not making no joke here. You all really are a special kind of stupid to get upset, you know. And also, so many, you know, like I wrote something the other day. I ain't even gonna talk about it, but somebody started an argument with me because of what I wrote, and I said, listen, man, go start an argument with somebody else because this is where you and I end. I know you're trying to win some war online where you get to pat yourself on the back because nobody gives a fuck of your little argument with me, especially me. I really don't care if you agree with me or not musically because you have your opinion and I have mine. I would never, ever, ever say, oh, you're wrong because you like Sammy Hagar. I would never say nothing like that. And I hate Sammy Hagar. But people that like it, more power to them. I have no problem with fans. I have a problem with bands. And we all do. And that's the most hypocritical part of this whole thing, is that all these people that attack other people, that they don't agree with the music they like, all these people have music they hate. They have music they hate that have hundreds and thousands and millions of fans. You know, so how hypocritical is it that you're going to argue with somebody over a musical opinion because they don't like something where you don't like stuff? Insane, isn't it? Wacky world we live in. But I will still continue to call these people pickle whistlers every chance I get because that's what you all are. You know, if I had a list of how many people I banned from this YouTube channel, it would look like War and Peace. It would be that thick of a book of all the people that they just don't know how to behave like human beings. They have to insult me where, of course, you don't know me, so how can I take your insults as personal? But they all think they do. But one thing I will never ever do is argue with these people. Why? Why even, I mean, they already think I suck, so why would I even entertain the notion of saying, oh yeah, well you suck, which actually they do suck because they actually go out of their way to tell a perfect stranger online they suck. I don't even go to any Sammy Hagar forum and claim how much I dislike Sammy Hagar because those are Sammy Hagar fans. I don't mess around with Sammy Hagar fans. If Sammy Hagar fans have a group where they're all worshiping the Red Rocker, I will not join that group because, number one, by me going in there saying Sammy Hagar sucks, they're all going to be like, this guy's an idiot. I love Sammy Hagar. And you know what? They're right. Who the hell am I to tell anybody what they like sucks? I would never ever do that. I would think it sucks, but I don't think it sucks that you all like it. And that's what I get from these, like, example, Sammy Hagar tards that attack me because I don't like Sammy Hagar. It's like, bro, you can like all that Sammy Hagar stuff all you like. If you are a huge fan of mediocrity and love bad lyrics, then I understand why you love Sammy Hagar. But whatever. My point of the matter is, Sammy Hagar sucks. If you like it, hey, that's your problem. But whatever. All more power to all you Sammy Hagar fans. That, you know, he was in a band that he ruined called Vangina, and they sold less than they did when Dave was in the band. Though Sammy Hagar would like for you to think that he sold more. Anyway, that's just another example of why Sammy Hagar lives rent-free in my brain. But also, David Lee Roth lives rent-free in Sammy's brain as well. So there, I got one thing in common with Sammy Hagar. So there you go, another episode of The Only News That Matters. And yes, saying Sammy Hagar sucks is very important news. I want to thank you all for watching, and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't, especially Sammy Hagar fans. And click the notification bell, and please like the video. It's good for the YouTube algorithms. So stay frosty, listen to Black Sabbath, and Sammy Hagar sucks. Schmack 'em a gob!
Farewell and adieu to you fair Spanish ladies.
Farewell and adieu, you ladies of Spain. For we've received orders for to sail back to Boston. And so never more shall we see you again.